The driving range at tour events is always a hive of activity, with players fine-tuning their games and getting acclimatised to the conditions. One device a large number of players use to do this is TrackMan. Iona Stephen found out more at the recent WGC tournament in Mexico.
Jose, for those of us that don't know, can you explain what TrackMan is?
So TrackMan is a Danish company. It's a sports technology company. It's a Doppler radar, which measures the entire ball flight of the golf ball and tracks data. So basically what you're gonna have, it's a orange box sitting right next to the player, behind the player, and it's gonna catch up to 28 parameters, all ball flight, club data, and launch.
Right. And from a technical point of view, how does it actually work? How does it capture that information?
So Doppler radar, it has radar signal microwaves that get into when you hit the golf shot, and then again we track the ball from beginning to end. That's a beautiful part about it, that we track the ball at any type of altitude, any type of sea level, 700 meters, whatever it is.
You can see the ball right till it finishes.
Yeah, from beginning to end.
Right.
Yep. And
we see a lot of the professionals here, they all seem to rely on TrackMan heavily. How do they use this system and technology? A lot of the players, they take carry distances by themselves. If they're working with their coaches on, either path or phase or anything on relationship with their swing, they're gonna rely a lot on what their coach is saying. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them, for like a week like this, is relying a lot on carry distances. So, carry distances with them, their caddies. The caddies play a huge support part on an event like this. And you have different factors on a driving range that's, going downhill. Mm-hmm. There's wind, so they have to rely heavily on it. I know there's a function on TrackMan called Normalized. Can you explain a little bit about that? And is that important this week at altitude, or how does that come into play? Oh, absolutely. So normalization, what we do is we convert the premium golf ball, the ball that they're using, into a premium golf ball. We take the wind out, and then we normalize it to whatever the sea level, or 500 meters, or 600 meters, or whatever the player wants to be normalized to. Right. We also normalize the temperature. Yeah. It's either 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, 80 degrees, or whatever the player chooses. Because here in the mornings you're gonna have 52 degrees, or at the afternoons it's gonna be 65. Later on the day it's gonna be 82. Right. So the ball's gonna start flying differently from time to time. Sure. So they have to rely heavily on that, because if you're hitting golf balls into heavy wind, at this type of altitude, they need to know exactly the numbers that they're gonna have on the course with no wind, and then they can do their math. And if it's 50 miles per hour tailwind or headwind, then they're gonna adjust to that. Right. So the normalization is key. It's a key factor for them this week, and they want to know their numbers exactly. Yeah. So that's where they're gonna have an actual number of how the ball's flying in this temperature at this altitude at the moment, and then just normalize it to whatever they want. Right. And a lot of the players are just normalizing it to the altitude here in Mexico City. Sure, so it basically allows the players to prepare for the different eventualities that they might face in the morning, lunch, or in the evening if they're out on the course. Yeah, exactly. And different temperatures are going to make the ball fly a little bit more, a little bit less, so they have to heavily rely on that. So they can get all the data before they hit the tournament. Mm-hmm. And for the last couple of years, they've used it also before the round starts. They don't even use it, they use it through the practice rounds, but they also use it through, Thursday through Sunday.